Well, I've been sick all week, and I'm not in any shape to appear on camera right now, so this week we're doing the world's fastest DPS survival guide to Dragon Soul looking for raid in World of Warcraft. This guide's not going to go into theory on why things work, it's just a survival guide. So, I'm going to assume you don't have the add-ons or anything else, so we're going to start with the basics of the add-ons. These are fan-made applications that are free to download. You can find them at curse.com or at the main websites for each individual add-on. Once you download them, you extract them and put them in the add-ons folder you can find in the WoW/interface folder on your hard drive. We'll do a full show on add-ons later, but this is just a survival guide for right now. The two you're going to want are Deadly Boss Mods and Omen. DBM is actually mandatory now that I think about it. It gives you timers that help you anticipate what's coming, as well as warnings when you need to deal with some stuff. Now Omen is a threat meter, meaning that you can visually see if you're about to make a bad guy attack you, and you can adjust your attacks accordingly. I run a few other add-ons as well, but you don't really need them for looking for raid. Alright, so looking for Raid Dragon Soul, well, as of now, it's broken up into two parts. The Siege at Wormrest and the Fall of Deathwing. We're going to do this in chronological order using my Mage Toon, who really isn't top geared yet. Wave hi, Shoni. She's kind of shy, it's okay though. Enter into the Raid Finder and you wait for about 24 other people to get bored. Make sure it's a full run if you need all the gear. Once you're in, buff up the party with whatever you got, and also set focus on the tank. The way you do that is you right-click on the tank's name in the raid bar, set to focus. This comes in handy later. Oh wait, one more thing to mention before we get going. A lot of these bosses have a berserk timer, and if you run out of time on them, they become damn near impossible to kill, so don't hold back on your attacks. And if you're a hunter, turn off your pet's growl. It makes things go a lot easier. It also helps to bring a pet that's going to add a group buff, like the wolf, or have a group help effect, like the raptor. And if all else fails, bring a kitty. Okay, ready, set, here we go.
Let's do this. Leroy Dragons!
Avoiding the trash, the first boss you're going to come across is Morchok. Melee, get in there. Range, get out at least 30 yards and start throwing your attacks. He periodically stomps, which will damage the melee people, and he drops these red crystals that are like time bombs, and that affects the range DPS. If you find yourself with a yellow beam, you run over to the red time bomb until you're on top of it, and it won't damage you nearly as bad. He then does this Earth Consume attack. Avoid the spikes that come up, let him draw you in, and then as soon as you can, run around behind the spikes to protect yourself from the bad stuff on the ground. Position yourself to keep doing range damage, lather, rinse, repeat, down. Now go to the tower. There's going to be a repair person in the tower if you happen to need one. Everyone usually goes to the left dragon and take on Warlord Zanaz second. Now looking for raid, this is a tank and spank fight. Stack up, meaning you're going to get into a big pile of players right in the middle and just beat the living snot out of the bad guy. Don't worry about the ping pong ball, that's Advanced Moshing 201. Easy peasy. TP out, go to the right, and take on Yorshaj the Unsleeping. This fight is about priorities. At set intervals, he summons 3 blobs. The party should go after 1 blob and 1 blob only. Your priority is purple, yellow, then it gets arguable. So if it's a red, yellow, and green blob, kill the yellow blob, and then deal with the aftermath. If you get a raid warning about a mana void, target the mana void and kill it. It just sucked all the healing juice out of the priests, and they'd probably want it back. Now if a black blob appears, drop your AoE abilities on top of it because a metric boatload of bad guys are about to appear. As before, blather, rinse, repeat, easy. The last in this half of the raid is Hagara, but she's pretty easy. You just trash the trash and let the tank pull, and then start damage. She does 2 goofy things though. The first is called Frozen Tempest, in which she makes 4 ice blocks appears. Nuke the ice blocks, don't run into the walls of moving ice, and then just repeat this on all 4 ice blocks. Lightning Storm summons an elemental, so just nuke it. Then everyone runs around clockwise in a tight pack to offset the damage, and you kill the 4 conductors of lightning. Kill the final boss, get reward, get up and go have a drink of some kind, and then re-queue for part 2. Now the Fall of Deathwing's a little more complex, but you got this one. Whelps appear, stay out of the purple stuff, which is actually a recurring theme, so keep that in mind. Stack up for Altraxion, let the tank pull first, and then nuke the snot out of him. When you get a Fading Light or an Hour of Twilight warning, click the purple button on the bottom of your screen, and this will make you survive it. Jump onto the ship, and the fight leading up to Warmaster Blackthorn messes people up for some reason, but it's actually pretty simple. Range, attack the Harpoon Drakes. Melee, attack the guys on deck. Avoid purple stuff. Range attack, watch for the pink trails telegraphing bad guys' dash attack. Now occasionally the main Drake is going to drop something called Twilight Onslaught, which is a whitish purple circle. Run into that, because if you don't, the ship's going to get destroyed. Stage 2, range, stay on the lizard in the sky. Melee, stay on the bull on the ground. Watch out for shockwave stuns, stay out of the purple stuff, lizard flies away, turn and burn the bull, victory, yay. Now parachute onto the spine of Deathwing. Hunters, put your pets on defensive. The way everyone does this is to start attacking the corruption tentacle on the starboard bow, which is the front right for you landlubbers. Once it's gone, an amalgamation appears. Beat it down, but around 60% of the health remaining. Stop damage over time, like poisons and such. Corrupted blood will start coming out. Kill those. Once the amalgamation has 9 stacks from the corrupted blood, then you kill the amalgamation. If the tank is on the ball, it'll blow up next to a main plate and you'll see some burning tendons. Target those, blast the tendons, and then repeat 2 more times, pass the level. The madness of Deathwing is the last stage, and the one most likely to cause the most swearing and wipes, but again, you got this. First, attack the limb in front of you. When the mutated corruption appears, turn and burn on it. A little bit of time later, Deathwing's going to fire an Elementium Bolt, nuke it out of existence. Okay, now kill the corruption, Deathwing's going to hemorrhage, making blood appears that regenerates. Kill the regenerative blood, then nuke the limb on the island. Turn left, jump the next island, repeat 2 more times. Now the last island is all the way on the right, and this one has a little bit of a twist. After the blood appears, the wing will make blistering tentacles. Do not, emphasis, do not make an area of attack on the blistering tentacles, as it causes the party damage. Single target only, and people are going to remind you of this constantly. Finally, Deathwing's going to fall onto the island next to you, turn and burn. Fragments are going to come up, just nuke those. You can use area of effect again, so that kind of helps. So kill the terrors, return to Deathwing, nuke it, dot it, just take them out. Hooray, you win, woot. Now hopefully the stuff that you need is going to drop this time. Now, if nothing else seems to work, the best thing you can do, follow what the crowd's doing, attack what the tank is killing. Happy hunting.